tuning in. Now, this is a little bit different. I've completely forgot to play the game as well. But some of you guys may know that recently had a bit of an accident while at work, so we're not really able to do much. So basically, just a bit of fishing on here. It's basically, what I thought would be a bit of a chill, bit of a relax. So we're going to claim this pack. So we've just claimed the peg. I don't really know if this is going to be much of an ideal spot. We're on gravel over there. Now this third rod, I'm thinking, we don't want to do much with it. Well, we are. There we go. Turn the tension down on this board as well. I think we lost that. Just gonna cast that down there. So if we haven't got any fishers in the stream, guys, give us a shout out. Tell us where you've been. Tell us what your personal best is. What sort of fisher you are. If you're a carp angler, if you're a pole angler, anything like that, Now, same as anything. Same as anything. Fishing's like life. You gotta wait around. It comes, it goes. So, yeah, basically, let's talk a little bit more. So, I know I used to stream a lot, and we used to put out a lot of content. Basically, that is coming back. It's not going to be before Christmas, and it's going to probably be into the new year that we are going to hit back. Now, when I say we're going to hit back, we're going to hit back. We are going to get back on the PC. We are going to make some investments. Basically, I need to invest some more time into my channel. A lot more time, actually. In fact, I know that. I'll just spot it up. What have we got here then? Perch. Was that a roach? It's a roach. Turn the spool tension down a little bit. The only problem I'm finding with this peg is it's quite a git to there we go. Should have just netted that now. Don't know what we've quite got on the cards here. Nice tench. Very nice. Probably go with about £2.5, £3 that. Fucking hell, tench at £8, 13 ounces. Very nice. So we'll release that catch. We'll get it back out now. Inventory. We'll swap over. Take a bit of the bait. Go for a bit of a red mealworm. We'll cast that down. This. We'll go deep on the right. Nice firm banking there as well. So. That's what I'm thinking. We'll go out level with middle bite now. Thought me forgot about this game. Yeah, I didn't know till I was like bored earlier, and I thought, do you know what? I'll have a go. We'll have a little ding dong of a stream and see how it goes. How you doing anyway, Mark? Thank you very much for tuning in, my man. So we've had one roach and we've had a nice £8, 13 ounces tench. Which, if anybody, here we go. Number 3's off again. Nicely snatched. What we got here then? Judging by the bait we've put out, judging by the bait we've put out, this doesn't feel like a bigger fish, but obviously you've got to take into account that we've gone that bit deeper out, haven't we? So we've gone that bit deeper out. I'm not quite sure what tackle we're using, what strength line. This bad boy is stealing line. I need to lower that tension off a little bit, because as soon as we're putting any tension back on this fish, it's running straight up to the red. This thing is just stealing a line. Now, I'm not sure how long we're going to be going for. Ah, we lost. close but no cigar. We let too much slack out there. It's our own fault. Not your guys' fault, it's my fault. We'll stick it back out where it was. Seem to be happy there. Got a nice bite of something decent. Which reminds me of a time I fished Hardwick Hall near where I live. Yeah, it's a nightmare to fish. So anyway, so we set up, got bivvied up, got all the tents set up, got the beers open of course, and we sat there. And I thought my rod could have only been out 10-15 minutes. So we're talking, this was like when I started carp fishing. So, but predominantly, this game would be funny if you could. If you found shit like a boot, a used condom, shit like that. It would be quite funny, wouldn't it? It would actually be quite amusing. And we're off again. Again at number 3. Number 3 is it's active over in that spot. We're active in that spot now, so I think that we found our niche over there. Just trying to hit that right side hard. This one's coming in. Although this has took off fast, I don't predominantly think this is going to be a bigger fish. I think we're going to be quite surprised. Could be another decent tench. The way it's bobbing its head about could quite easily be a tench. Tench or a rod even possibly. Especially with the conditions that we're fishing in. Over on the right, what have we got? Nice double little tench. We'll probably go about £4 or £5 for that. £8, 5 ounces. Again, number 1's off. Having a lot of action over on number 1. A lot of action over on number 1. We don't seem to be seeing as much action over on number 2. So that might be worth a re-evaluation. Of maybe the gear we're using, the depth we're fishing at. This I'm only going to go over Tiddly Basher. The only reason he took as much line as he did and how he did was probably because we had the spool tension off so low. That rod. Specimen Roach Hunter. We'll pop this back out. So we'll go with a new plan of attack. So number 2 doesn't seem to get much looking. Potentially because of where it is, I believe. So we're going to take number 2. It is sitting in felt. I'm not quite sure that's happened. We were reeling in. By the way, this is fighting. Quite sure we could be onto. Didn't feel like a tench. Maybe wrong. It's a nice little mirror carp. Common carp, mirror carp. Bream. This is going to be... No. Oh. Okay, so he snapped me. Cast, nice on the nail there. for another 2. So this is going to be our big boy setup. So we know if anything's moving that, it's something decent sized. The others will spool off around 30, but number 2 is probably going to be sitting at about 55 to 60 for the predominant of the trip. So, here we go again. Number 1 that's off. Like we said, predominantly we're going to leave them spooled at about 30. Oh, as soon as we're hitting into that then, we're coming under tension. Nothing big. Again, nothing big again. Another roach. There we go. Bit of bread out on the gravel might entice a carp in. Now carp are predominantly, depends on the time of the year, so predominantly you'll get carp that will top feed if it's warm or bottom feed if it's cold. Now, judging by the temperature, it's a dry day, looks like it's a summer's day. I wouldn't predominantly say it's going to be cold, I wouldn't say it's going to be overly cold, could be talking about 16, 17 degrees. Got a slight southerly direction wind. Can't even roll a cigarette nowadays. And it's number 1 again. Now the good thing is it's reassuring. Is we've now got a choice to make. We'll take number 1 because I'm confident with what's on that. Because of the bait we put out and where we put it. Now, if one wants to... Dock is best map. Dock is my best. Dock is my favourite map, I will admit that. I do enjoy Dock. Get some big fish out there, you get some big carp out there. Everything's going wappy now. Everything is going. It's just going to have to wait, I'm afraid. Tench. Are we happy with another tench? Not really. That's all we seem. That's all we really feel to be bagging at the minute. Number 2. Now the fact that this fish has run off so much line is a reassuring fact, because we did, if you remember, we did set this spool up for the higher tension. So I think we were set at around a 50. So it could be a nice bream, a nice tench, or a nice carp. We'll tighten that spool up a little bit. Try and gain back some of this. Judging by the head bob fight they're getting. Ooh, koi carp. think we lost number 2. I think we lost what was on number 3. That's right. Now, as you can see, we are having a much better time fishing on the gravel. Now, the next step will be where we fish next. Now, I did want to go for the dot, but I hadn't tried this map yet. So now we just sit back. I'm off, mate. Speak later. See you later, mate. Look after yourself, brother. So for me, fishing brings back brilliant memories. Spending time with my dad, my brother, making new friends. Now this one we're going to take now that is as soon as we put 2 in. That's as soon as we put 3 in. I'm liking the feel of what's on number 1, so we're not predominantly worried about number 3. Number 3 was spooled up tight as well. Nice carp. Now we spooled up. Now we spooled up 3 quite hard as well. This is only going to be an hour fishing trip. There's a copyright. Another carp. See, we're hitting the nail on the head now. We're getting the carp coming in nicely. This is another one. Spooled up nice and tight, so we know if it's... Oh, and it snapped us straight away. I'm not overly worried about this one because we didn't have it set to that high tension. But we need to put some tension on to stop the fight. To pull the fight back into us a little bit. Give us a bit more control back over the fish. He's taking some line, but not overly too much. We're coming into 20 past 2 now. 20 past 6 in the afternoon. Getting into early evening. Personally, my favourite time to fish. This is, if I was going to fish and have a beer, this is my time of night where I'd do it. Now we're 4 yards away. There we go. Should give us the option. Let's get this bad boy landed and get us out and respawned. Golden tench. Yeah, what we're going to do, we're going to put spool tension up to that one up to... A nice little koi out of here really, just by going straight. Again, we're playing on weed, so... Just gonna jam over it. Just gonna chill. So we've kind of changed things up a little bit. So we've just moved them into different positions. So we've taken number 3 rod, moved it more central. Number 2's gone back where it is. We're back on the gravel. Number 1's back on the gravel. And it's still just a case of waiting game. Now, I don't know about anybody else, just strictly speaking, the experience of fishing, that now the club rates seem to be going down a lot, so it's now becoming more affordable for youngsters to become members of the local ponds, which I think is good because I remember when I started out, it used to cost my dad about £32 for me for a season. Now, when you think about it, when you're a kid, you were very much predominant on going fishing if your parents were able to take you, because most people, most venues were very much adamant on needing to be supervised by an adult if you were under the age of 16, which which wasn't a bad thing, but it kind of took the ominous off being able to pack up your gear and head out and go for a fish on your own as a kid. Now I get the whole point about water safety and stranger danger and being out in the dark and stuff like that, but 9 times out of 10, the stewards on your local venues are very decent people. They're chosen to be in them positions because they're local. And if you're fishing local as a youngster, that means that you've got that ability to be able to get there. So it means that you're in that walking distance, you're in that, you can get a bus, so you are going to be a pretty local lad. And if not, you can strike up rapport and relationships with people while you're there. It's just that whole point of safeguarding it. Nice little carp again. Common or mirror. Got another going on. Number three's going wappy at me. Number three wasn't spooled up that tight, so we're not overly that concerned that he's managed to steal that much line. It's coming in nice and slow, so I'm just going to go over tensor roach, personally. Just going to go over tensor roach, my personal guess. A very minuscule roach. I think we got red number three in our hands. We have. Now it's getting dark. We're just going to go very close to the bank. Very, very close. I'm not going to go out too far. Might as well just cast this out while we're. The thought process behind staying close was if there's been any other anglers in the area lately, or if we've disturbed any bait that are on the floor by casting it. Yeah, I know it's a very slim chance by giving it a go, but if we don't fish, we don't know, do we? We are now in the dead of night. It is 22 minutes past 9 in the evening. This fish is not wanting to budge from the 7 or 9 yard mark. It's coming in slowly. So if we can't just persuade him round a little bit. Get some of this tension up so we can't pull him in. There we go. Not quite sure what to expect of this. Mirror carp, very nice. It's going to be between the £20–25 mark, but somewhere in the middle, I'd imagine. £17, not too bad. Obviously not the big boy that we're after, but she'll do. That last one, just taking that risk over there. number 2. Now, if you remember rightly, we tensioned number 2 up quite well. Coming in quick, which doesn't always mean it's a small fish. Doesn't always mean it's a small fish at all. And it is a very small fish. So nicely on the gravel. Number 3 just there to our right. Number 2 between what we got here. Number 3 going again. If I was to have a guess what could be on the ends of this, we could have a bream or a carp. It's a bit close in to be a tench. Mind you, it's not too close in to be a tench, but the bait we're fishing with, I'm not convinced. It could be. Let's give this a bit of confidence to come closer in for us. So, come on. There we go. Should be able to land with that. Very nice carp. Very nice indeed. That's more the size we're after. Obviously we want the biggest, want the monster, but we're at 27.3 pounds now, and 3 ounces. And just having issues with it coming up with a cast. There we go. Just a case of chilling now till one comes along, like sees what we've got on offer and takes its fancy. How long that could be, we are not sure. There we go. Now, I'm going to edge a bet to be number 1. And I was wrong. So for number 3. This is a big boy. I'm hoping it's a big boy. It'd be nice to get some more. A nice koi carp. To finish it off would be nice. Nice tench, very nice tench actually, in fact. Probably go with about £4 or £5, maybe 6. Now, I just want to try something. I don't think it's going to catch, and if it doesn't catch in 5-10 minutes, we'll take it completely out. We'll take it straight out. We'll leave it on the actual weedage. And I don't know what I've just done. So I've just pulled us out of the fishing session by accident there, boys and girls. Didn't mean to do that. Anyway, thank you very much for coming along to the session today. We will be having another one tomorrow. Thank you very much. Do appreciate it. Look after yourselves. See you all.